Coming up on Laker TV, a new way of rolling into school, a student who spent her summer overseas, and some fun costume ideas for Halloween. Stay tuned, make some popcorn, and enjoy the show because Laker TV is live.
Hey Lakers, and welcome to an odd day here at CCHS. As we come to the end of Spirit Week, we have things going on such as races, games, and contests.
That's right. With all the festivities going on, we still wanted to put on a few segments to end the week.
So Mallory, why don't you fill us in on what's going on today?
All day today, the typical classes are being put aside to celebrate our good test scores.
And in fourth block today, we will be having a pep rally.
All right, let's get started.
Here's a story for all of you who love to grind some rails and cruise around town in anything other than a car. The newest addition to a large family of boards on wheels. Join us as we dive into the growing popularity of the longboard.
The next time you're taking a drive through town, picking up your sweet tea or egg McMuffin, take a look out the window, and you might catch a glimpse of a big trend sweeping over this small town.
Longboards can have different styles too, whereas like a skateboard just has like the weird kind of like ovally shape to it. A skateboard or a longboard can have different styles. Like you can have like a pintail, drop down or drop through board. So I don't know. Instead of skateboarding like where you do tricks, you just kind of cruise around mostly, ride down hills. You can slide.
The difference between a longboard and a skateboard is that a longboard typically has bigger wheels and it's more stable and a lot smoother to ride.
It's more for cruising.
Yeah, or like flying down hills and stuff. Longboarding is, I guess it's a sport kind of, not really, but people use it for transportation or just for fun. It's a recreational type thing and
It's not skateboarding.
yeah, it's not skateboarding.
Longboarding to me, I guess it's just, I love longboarding because it's a way of art to me. You know, I'm not really that good at art, but I mean, some of the stuff people do with longboarding, how people take time out of their days to make really creative, unique designs on their longboards and like the different types of longboards there are and what people, I mean, just the way people can like use a longboard in many different ways. Like people slide, people ride down really large hills. It's just, I guess that's what longboarding is to me. It's just an art, and that's why I love it. So. I swear, if I see one of you clowns out there, I will hit you with my longboard.
Here's a fun fact. Some snowboarders actually prefer longboards during the summer months due to the similarities that the two boards share. Have fun cruising, Laker Nation.
Are you missing school for no reason or without an excuse? You may think it's not a big deal, but there's someone here who pays really close attention to your attendance, and that person is Fred Ashby. Ashby is Calloway's DPP who is in charge of checking each and everyone's attendance every day. Recently, he was recognized as Kentucky's 2016 Director of People Personnel of the Year. Reporter Jordan Young takes a closer look at Ashby's day-to-day responsibilities.
Was surprised. I didn't realize I'd been nominated for it, so I was surprised. And then it meant a lot to me, and because of the folks here in the district who wrote letters of support for that nomination. Also, I've been involved in the Kentucky Department of People Personnel. I've been involved in that organization quite a bit, and being on the board, being a past president. So that's the organization that gave the award, so it meant a lot to me.
Some of the core duties of a Director of Pupil Personnel are district safety, code of conduct, calendar, attendance accounting and reporting, assisting schools with enrollment, enforcing compulsory attendance, court-designated work, hospital work, and some other areas that may arise.
I try to contact students and parents, guardians, and try to understand what's going on. Usually an attendance issue is a symptom of some other problem. I do have a list of students that I'm checking this list every day to see, by 8:30, 8:45, are they at school? Do a lot of home visits. Some people think that's extreme, but it's part of what I'm supposed to do, is be acquainted with what the home conditions are. I've helped parents go into students' bedrooms and get them up out of bed, and transported a lot of students.
We asked Ashby why attendance is so important.
Well, it's not going to be shocking to anybody that showing up every day and doing your best is a major component to success. That's just good American middle class values. You show up and do the very best you can every day, and a lot of people like that. The attendance rate is one of the major predictors of success. The reading levels, even at the kindergarten level through elementary. One of the biggest research-based factors in looking at dropout risk for high school is 6th grade, 7th grade attendance. Looking at middle school attendance is a way to sort of predict how somebody may perform in high school.
Mr. Ashby has been working in education for 33 years, including a stint as the Calloway County Band Director. And some of you remember him as your principal at East Elementary. We want to congratulate Mr. Ashby for his great accomplishment of Kentucky's DPP of the Year, and we thank you for keeping us in check.
Coming up next, some important deadlines for the ACT and SAT.
And The Current tells us a little more about the prequel to Ouija.
Don't go anywhere,
because we're coming right back.
2008 will always be remembered as one of the greatest seasons in Calloway County history. That year, they were 3 points away from a trip to the state championship game. But this year, the Lakers have a chance to do something that 2008 team didn't. With one win, they would tie for the best start in school history.
Tonight, as the Lakers hope to add another win to their record-breaking season against the Logan County Cougars. The game starts at 7 o'clock. Be here to support your Lakers.
What animal kills more people than all of the plane crashes combined? You might be thinking a lion, an alligator, or even a snake, but no, the animal we're talking about has a kick bigger than its bite.
What animal kills more people a year than plane crashes? The answer is surprisingly donkeys. Well, let's take a look at what some of you answered.
Goodness, a hippopotamus. I heard those are terrible. Is that right?
A lion, a gorilla, a tiger.
The hippo. Lions.
Horses. Horses.
Hillary Clinton.
Honey badgers. Deers. It's probably parasitic.
Hippopotamuses. Hippos. Hippos.
Sharks.
Squirrels.
Sharks.
A bear.
Hey Lakers, it's Madison McCallum.
And Kaylee Colson.
This week we're doing things a little bit differently.
There's a lot to cover on The Current and not enough time. Starting now, we'll take a look at the honorable mentions of entertainment.
This is Spotlight.
Prepare yourself for the world's spookiest board game, because Ouija Origin of Evil is about to hit the theaters.
And you won't want to miss this scary prequel.
As the word origin alluded to, this movie will reveal how some things came to be in the Ouija saga, as it takes place 50 years before the first movie, in 1965.
What starts out as a mother-daughter seance scam quickly escalates into a race to save a young child from possession.
This addition to the franchise will most likely contain numerous jump scares and creepy imagery to keep you on your toes even after the movie is over.
It no doubt will make a nice addition to the long list of spooky things to see.
Make sure you head on over to the theaters this Friday before tickets are sold out.
Oh, and it's rated PG-13. Don't bring the kiddies.
Traveling the world seems so far-fetched for most of us, but there are some students here at CCHS that love exploring, and more than just the back roads of Kentucky on a four-wheeler. In fact, Laker senior Erica Alexander spent 2.5 months traveling through Europe this past summer, and she says it's a valuable experience that more students should consider.
Have you ever had the chance to travel to a foreign country? Well, here's your chance now. Teacher Jill Herndon gives us insight about the benefits of traveling internationally.
There are so many benefits to traveling abroad, especially going to Europe. You know, so many of the kids in Western Kentucky never really get a chance to see much more of the world than just Western Kentucky.
Miss Dublin and a group of students will be traveling to Europe in the year 2018. She says this trip will come with much profit.
You learn so many customs and traditions and everything else that is normal for other parts of the world.
Traveling abroad is something that not many people get to experience. However, Miss Dublin feels that this is a need for our students.
I think students should go because it is a life-changing experience. So it might be nice to get an idea of what other people are like.
Miss Herndon also gives us her thoughts on what chances traveling to Europe could give you.
It gives you a chance to experience other cultures. It gives you a chance to appreciate the history lessons that you've learned and to see where so many of these places are that you just see on the news or that you read in a textbook.
We talked to senior Erica Alexander about her experience traveling to a foreign country and how it can change your life.
I stayed in Germany most of the time, and then I went and visited Paris and Amsterdam. It's a great experience, it's very educational, and it's just fun. It's fun to get out of your country for a little while and just experience somewhere else.
If you plan to travel to a foreign land, here is some advice that can make your trip unforgettable.
Have fun. Don't worry about everything back home.
You need to be aware of their customs and what is appropriate in their country as far as dress, as far as language, as far as just how to say please and thank you, even if you don't speak the language.
For LakerTV, I'm Mallory Halaba.
And by the way, Miss Dublin is organizing a Europe trip for students that will take place during the summer of 2018. If you'd like to know more about it, check out the poster outside room 308 or ask Miss Dublin for more details.
Halloween is in a week and a half, and if you're anything like me, you still haven't decided your costume. From popular TV characters to creepy crawly monsters, we take a look at this package to make sure that your Halloween costume is the best.
As Halloween approaches and the leaves begin to change, we find ourselves being invited to Halloween parties. And all of a sudden, the panic sets in, and we realize that we have stupidly forgotten our costume. You could go and be Common and do something with clowns, or you could be Harley Quinn, or make some terrible Hillary and Trump joke that will trigger people, and you'll have to listen to everyone's views on politics all night. Or you could be creative, maybe do something from your childhood, maybe an old TV show, such as Teen Titans Raven, which has a purple cape with a hood and a black leotard with some black boots. Or maybe you want to be a little wild, you could do one of the 13 ghosts, such as Jackal, who is from a mental institution where he burned to death. This costume is very simple. Also, you could go as characters from Beetlejuice, which is a red prom dress, gothic makeup, a crazy striped suit wearing man that should look like he smells of sewer and unspeakable. Hope these help you, and here's more costumes we don't really have time for.
Yes, Queen, I got it. I'm be poppin', party.
So Bria, are you ready for that pep rally coming up this afternoon?
Yeah, I hear some fellas are gonna dress up as chicks.
But it's not Halloween yet.
True, but it's still gonna be a blast.
We should also remind everybody that the homecoming queen will be crowned tonight at 6:15 and kickoff starts at 7 p.m. as the Lakers take on Logan County.
And tonight's Rat Pack theme is Thrift Shop. Good luck, guys, and as always,
go Lakers.